Your life is your story. No one else gets to write it, no one else gets to define it. Every choice you make, every risk you take, every dream you chase, it's yours. People will doubt you, judge you, misunderstand you, but it doesn't matter. This is your journey, your fight, your legacy. Own it.
Alright, welcome back to the channel. I told you back in the winter when we came down here and visited Happy Creek during the winter when it was frozen over, I'd come back during the summer because it looks different during the summer. You can see the bike rack there. I have no idea what's going on there. They are doing some construction on that side down there, but I don't know. So anyways, here's what Happy Creek looks like during the summer, and this is the highest it's been in the last couple years at the end of July, because we've had so much rain. We've had 8 inches of rain just this month, so it's really flowing. And we're gonna walk on down, and I'll show you all the debris that it's been swept down the creek from the high water, because it's been higher than this, but it's been muddy, so that's why I haven't come down here. But I'll only pan back over here again though to the other side. Like I said, this bike rack, you'd have to ask the town and county about that. I don't know. I mean, I guess they think somebody's gonna jump over the railing there and go to their construction site or something, because there's tons of ways you can access it. I don't see nothing wrong with the railing, so maybe go ahead and call the town front row or the county of Warren and leave down in the comments what they say about the bike rack on the middle of the bridge down at down the park down by Ben Crosby Stadium. So yeah. So if I didn't mention it, we're at the Happy Creek in Fort Lauderdale, Virginia. It runs through this little park, and it's just a little section that runs through the park. Not well maintained as I'd like to see it anymore, but they do a half decent job, I guess. If you're familiar with this park, maybe you're from Fort Lauderdale, you would know that this bridge once had steps. They took the steps out both sides. They were deteriorating, so I guess it was cheaper that way. But what I was talking about the county and town not maintaining this park as well as they used to. So if you look right here, this tree, this limb's been down for a good 3 weeks, I know. So kind of a danger to the public, I think. But there's an empty bench nobody sits on. But so let's walk on down the creek, and I'll show you the debris that the floods from this spring and summer have brought in debris down the creek. And it's a little bit different look than our January, February look. So here we are, a little bit further down on the Happy Creek that runs through the park. This is where the debris all collects. They'll eventually clean this out, but it'll take them a couple months. I bet you it'll be next spring. Let me show you. Yeah, that's all debris from the high water that's come down through here in the recent months. But they cleaned this section out before, so I imagine next spring they'll be on it. One day that sycamore right there is going to fall across that creek, but we'll go over here, see how far we can get without getting wet. Not too far. You can see it kind of goes down and around there. This didn't used to be here. This was all rocks. That's how much the floodwaters changed the pattern. You can see right there, that gap right there, it allowed the water to backfill into this area right here. Because I used to walk right here over to that mound and take pictures. But that's how much the floodwaters come down through here. And look at the debris here. You got railroad ties. That's not good for the environment. It's got the creosote in it. And looks like one of the town's roadblock things is right there. So, but this is just a half a day of work right here with a backhoe and a dump truck. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, won't they get out here and take care of it? But you know, I don't know. So we are back in the car and we're gonna go southbound on the Skyline Drive, Shandol National Park. Right here in Front Royal. And if you took this road right here, this road right here would take you all the way to Cherokee, North Carolina. That's what's on the opposite end of this road after you get past the Skyline Drive and the Shandol National Park, and you get on the Blue Ridge Parkway, you would end up in Cherokee, North Carolina. But today we're just going a couple miles up the road here in the Shandol National Park here in Fort Royal, Virginia, and see what's going on. Here we are pulling up on the entry station. Cashless payment only. Of course, we have a lifetime pass. So for most of the Skyline Drive, this is what it looks like. Trees on both sides. 35 miles an hour through the park. Sometimes you'll come across overlooks. Sometimes there'll be stone walls on the side of the road. See if I can capture a stone wall here. And these stone walls were built by the Conservation Corps. I believe I said that right. I'm right, yeah. Back when the park was first built. Just shows you the craftsmen that they put in it back then, because these are the original walls. Nobody's done anything to them unless they got hit, and they have been hit in some areas, and they patch them. But I believe the stone came from the park. I'm looking at one of the walls right now, and actually, here's the view out the side window through the tent. But if I roll the window down, it'd be a lot of noise. So we're coming up on Dickey Ridge. Maybe we'll get out and I'll show you some of the view from Dickey Ridge. So here we are on Dickey Ridge. I've taken pictures up here before. It's kind of hazy out there today. You can see the Massanutten Mountains over there in the distance, because we're up in the Blue Ridge Mountains, and that's the Massanutten over there. If I'm wrong, you can correct me in the comments, but and they have a nice area over here you can sit. Go down here, take a look at some of some of the wildflowers. One time I was up here and a bear came out here while I was sitting on a bench. I was editing some pictures. But you can see the purple wildflowers down through here. I guess over that way you can actually see the mountains a little bit clearer. That's why they call it the Skyline Drive. Here's a closer up look of those flowers. So they do have one of the coolest entryways with this flagstone rock here. And like I said, it's open 9 to 5 daily. So you come up this time of the evening, which is about 7 o'clock right now, and there's nobody up here. And they have a little gift shop. Take you over to the window. I'll show you some of the stuff in there. Looks like they got some mugs, and there's all the mugs of the national parks. Oh, there's a cool water bottle. Look at that. There's a Shandong National Park water bottle or some. So they have some unique stuff in the gift shop area. Here's a cool coffee mug, all black, and it says, I don't know, think you can see that through the window. You see my camera, but there you go. It says Shandong National Park. It's all black mugs, scenic Skyline Drive. So this section right here, during the fall, produces some nice colors right through here, and it gives you like a canopy. But you got to be up here on the right days, because it only lasts for like 4 or 5 days. But right through here, the tree canopy kind of gets thick, and it produces some really nice colors. And it's like you're driving right through the middle of the forest, which you are. And then it opens back up. So. Alright, so we're at one of the pull-offs here, and I got the sun to my back, so at least the sun won't be blazing on this video. It's a little hazy out there in the distance, but this would be looking out your driver's side window. It's the first overlook that you come to from the front row side, looking out your driver's side window. Here's a close-up view of that wall. Pretty cool how it's put together. Here's some pretty cool flyers on this rock wall. See if I can get a close-in view of it there. And here's a common sight up on the Skyline Drive. Deer. And this happens to be a fawn right there. So that's gonna do it for this video. We're gonna go over the speed bump here. There we go. And we're headed back into town, coming back off the Skyline Drive. So be sure to share, like, subscribe, hit the alert button so you know when the next video is coming out if you want to. Until next time, this is LKT.